Happy New Year, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. As always, I am your host, J Square John Jeremy, and yes, once again, we are returning to the world of Star Trek 1 year after we departed. Now, what's changed in that year? Well, a lot. The game itself has gone free to play, so there is a much larger population in the game. However, the majority of which is casual players, which is not a bad thing. You know, if you find enjoyment in a game as a casual player, when you play a free-to-play game, that's fantastic. You're still enjoying the game, which is part of the reason why it was built. But there are now changes to the way the game is played, however, that we will need to go over in more detail. First off, meet John Jeremy once again. Except this time, this John Jeremy is not a tactical Starfleet captain, but rather an engineering Starfleet captain. You see, I actually played through the ranks once again to get my feet wet and understand the game in the new year, and I've leveled him up to actually level 21, which is one level beyond what I originally had for the old character, the tactical officer. My mistake, I thought he was at 21, I checked back and he's at 20. My bad. However, we are still within the same position as to our storyline, which, if you recall from the Let's Play series, was a war between the Klingons and the Federation. So we have not changed or deviated from that storyline. We are exactly where we left off with the next mission called Secret Orders. We have also gone ahead and got a mission here for new duty officers, and I'll go over that shortly. But let's explain some of the differences right now in the game between the old model and the new. If you guys watched the very last episode that I posted for this series way back when, I kind of gave you a preview of the free-to-play changes. There are some differences between that video and this one now, so I will re-go over things again. First and foremost, this is now the Zen Store. The Zen Store is a place where you can actually pick up materials in the game that will benefit your character without you having to spend time to get them. There are some items in the game that are only available through the Zen Store. The reason it's called a Zen Store now is because Star Trek Online has actually been purchased. Well, not just Star Trek Online, but Cryptic Studios has actually been purchased by Perfect World Entertainment. They are no longer under Atari, so Perfect World has decided to change the currency from Cryptic points to Zen something. Zen money, I guess. But the premise remains the same. Pick up items from the store to use in-game. We've used this system before. That's how we got our NX class Enterprise. That's how we got the Constitution class Enterprise with the original phasers and everything. So we are familiar with this. What we're not familiar with, however, is the idea of these. These are called Master Keys, and the game gives you a specific drop called lockboxes, and these are random events. It can happen when you're fighting in ship battles. It can happen when you're fighting in avatar combat. I was looking for the word in my head, and they drop at any time. However, the only way to open them is through Master Keys, which are only available in the store. There's no way to drop Master Key. Well, that's a lie. You can buy Master Keys from the exchange, kind of like the auction house of Star Trek Online. But it costs millions of credits. So those are your two options available for that. And that's primarily one of the key ways that Star Trek Online has been making its money. Through ideas like this, where players are coerced, in a way, to open up these boxes. And you ask yourself, well, what's the reward for opening up these boxes? Well, it varies. But the rarest reward of them all is a ship of that same class. You noticed when I first opened up the Zen Store, a notification popped up that somebody had received a ship. That's what happens when you open up a lockbox. There is a chance that you may receive a ship. There are temporal lockboxes, there are Cardassian lockboxes, there are Ferengi lockboxes, and each one of them have a ship as kind of like the ultra-rare catch, I guess, is what you would call it. I have not opened up any lockboxes. I do have several of them in my bank, Maybe one day I will feel like opening them and find out what I can receive, but I don't feel like spending money at the moment. The other way that the store has changed is that it also includes dilithium. Dilithium is another type of currency in the game that has replaced a lot of the fleet credits and fleet marks and reward packages. They've kind of condensed it now into one system called dilithium. And you can use dilithium in-game to receive special items like, for example, temporal lockboxes, environmental suits to go mine some more dilithium, or even crafting materials. Or you can go ahead and use them to get special items for your ship, like new ship weapons or equipment or consoles. You know, you can earn an unlimited. Wow. All right, let me try again. You can earn an unlimited amount of dilithium, but you can only process 8,000 units of dilithium. So right now, if we look at our inventory here, and remember, this is a brand new inventory, so nothing that you've seen in the past videos is going to be matching here. We go over to our assets. Currently, I have 4,000 units of refined dilithium that I can spend in the store. There's also the regular ore, and then I am limited to having 10 million dilithium, but I can only process 8,000 of that dilithium into refined dilithium at any given time. Now remember, I am a lifetime subscriber to Star Trek Online, have been since closed beta, so the items that you see in my inventory may not be the same that you see in yours if you are a free-to-play player. Even if you are a gold player, I don't believe that it's exactly the same. And the biggest, another big change with Star Trek Online is the concept of duty officers. I love duty officers. They are a great system to have. I think more MMOs should develop this kind of concept. You basically have a crew now that you can that have names, they have traits, they have characteristics, and you can assign them to jobs that you as a captain would not normally go ahead and perform. But you would send your officers and your crew members to do. Whether it's something diplomatic, like entertaining foreign dignitaries, or something in the science field, like audit applications, or something in engineering, like develop MREs, or development, or even entertainment. The list goes on, and you basically assign your duty officers to perform these tasks, and you receive rewards. For example, we get energy credits, you can get dilithium ore, you can get engineering XP, expertise for your bridge officers, which we'll get to in a moment, or skill points for yourself. So I love this system. This system is fantastic. It is a reason to keep coming back to Star Trek Online to play. And as you can see, you can earn specific commendations and, you know, what you receive for those commendations. I mean, there are rewards for achieving ranks within them that you see right there. So I love it. Let's actually just go ahead and view all the completions here. So as we can see here, the success rates can go from critical success to uncommon success to success. Great, I have a disaster. To failure and disaster. So we just go ahead and, you know, once the assignment's done, it takes a period of time. You say collect your reward and you're done. Collect your reward, collect your reward, collect your reward, all the way through. And you notice I'm getting XP, I'm getting skill points, I'm getting expertise for my bridge officers, I'm getting ore, collect rewards, collect rewards. Wow, that was a big one. And now we have our disasters. So you see the description of the actual mission, and then you see the outcome. So your officer failed to turn in the recommendation on time, resulting in a significant loss of face for you with your colleague. Wonderful. And failure. The thermal outward turned out to be a failure. Fortunate Q appeared at the last minute and returned your crew to your ship. Interesting. Okay, so that's all you have to do. And now you can go into your assignments, or yeah, you can go into your assignments, and you know, on your map, you can select assignments for your officers. So you just go through, and you have department heads, which are your bridge officers, which we will get to in a moment, why that you've never seen her before. But you just pick the officer and you say, hey, go ahead and do that. And you start the assignment. You know, so on and so forth. Hey, you're good. And we need a second officer, so we'll choose you because you're logical. And we assign you and you're done. We can do this one too. See, now here, in this case, it's good that she's a botanist, but it's also bad because she's unscrupulous. And that's a factor for disaster. So we're not going to go ahead and do that one. What about... Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Start the assignment for that. Develop MREs. Okay. In this case, we need efficiency, eidetic memory, teamwork, and if we had a chef, that'd be fantastic, but we don't. So, in this case, we'll use the teamwork guy. We'll use the teamwork guy. We'll use the teamwork guy. And we'll use the teamwork guy. So we have a critical success rate of 26% and a success rate of 74%. I'm okay with that. And as you notice, as we keep doing these assignments, the rest of these are getting blocked off because we are missing either duty officers to complete them, or we don't have the correct materials. Here we can do the assignment, done, and snowball fight. For this, send a small cadre of officers to represent your crew in a friendly competition being held on the holodeck. So let's do the honorable guy, the plus 20% guy. We'll do this person because they're plus 10%, congenial and teamwork. And we'll send this person because they're honorable. So now I have a critical success rate of 24%, a success rate of 60%, and a failure rate of 16%. So there are risks involved. And yes, your crew members can become injured or killed on assignments. You won't have access to them. And yes, they are a pain in the ass to replace. Because they, most of the time, you can either get them through new missions like, for example, this one right here, new duty officers, or you have to buy them from the store. You can receive them during the course of time with regular missions as well. So let's actually go ahead and just speak to Lieutenant Farah right now. They're located right here in the library of Starfleet Academy. Oh, by the way, welcome back to Starfleet Academy. It's been a while. And we're just going to go ahead and talk to Lieutenant Farah. And Lieutenant Farah is a Katian, and he's going to give me some new duty officers. We will receive the following reward: Federation Commander Duty Officer Pack. Fantastic. Exit out. As you can see right here, it's listed as a item. We'll just right-click and say Use. And we've received 2 uncommon officers and 1 regular officer. So we've got an engineering matter antimatter specialist. We've got a quartermaster, and we've got a warp theorist. Good. Okay. I'm okay with that. And that's all you have to do for duty officers. I mean, it's a fantastic system that keeps you coming back, and I enjoy it very much. Trying to think what else is there before we continue on. I think that's pretty... Oh, wait, before I forget, let's go over how we do missions now. So missions remain the same. You go through the storyline missions as you would normally. The Foundry, however, is something that, while it was there the last time I created this series, it's much more advanced now. Basically, Foundry missions are player-created missions that you can do, that you can go to and take part in for rewards the same way you would a regular mission. And they're pretty interesting most of the time. There are also queues for both PvE and PvP, which wasn't there before. And there is also events. So events are also another reason to keep coming back to Star Trek Online, because events are, you know, player-oriented. They make you want to do certain events to certain items. So, for example, the current event is a Fleeks. Man, it's like 1 a.m. on New Year's Day. Forgive me. I don't even know why I'm doing this on New Year's Day. Oh, wait, I remember. It's a gift to you all. Why? I don't know. You guys probably won't even want to watch this now. It's just my luck. Stop talking. Stop getting sidetracked. Fleet Marks event. So during this event, you can do specific events. You can do specific, content, and you will receive bonus rewards for fleet projects. So like things like the no-win scenario, colony invasion, star-based blockades or defenses or incursions, the alert system. They all give you bonuses. The next one is something that I particularly like, and that's the Academy event, where you go around scanning for particular, particle traces, and you get dilithium at the end of the event, which is phenomenal because it's kind of like one of the easiest ways to get dilithium when you time it correctly. And that's pretty much the changes that are available in Star Trek Online. I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, there are definitely new ships that are available. They've definitely changed, you know, and refined the combat structure, I guess is how you would describe it. There's definitely a lot more personalized content available in the store. You know, there's different characters available, ships that are available, appearances. Like, uniforms is like the craziest thing right now. Because it's one of the major reasons why people would buy them, because they're different. You want to look different. And it's weird because in a free-to-play model, that's how you make your money, and it works. Surprisingly enough, it even worked for me. Because I wanted to have... Well, I didn't do it for uniforms. I had this already since the last time. You guys remember this uniform. But what it did work for me on was when I wanted to go ahead and do my bridge officers. So let's go ahead and go over that. This is my captain, John J. Jeremy. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Now I'm not squared anymore. What does that make me? That's cubed. I'm J Cube John Jeremy? No. No. We're changing that right now. What was I thinking? And it costs me money to change that. John Jeremy. There we go. That's okay. I already have a character by that name. Oh, that's why I changed it, because my other character, my tactical officer, is still around. So, yeah. John... I don't know. I've never had to think of a middle name before. Damn it. John... Albert. John A. Jeremy. There we go. Done. John A. Jeremy. Done. That took me way too long to do. So here is John A. Jeremy. And we've got the USS Cleopatra, which is my captain's yacht. We also had a Type 6 shuttle. One of the old original series shuttles. I haven't figured out how to get that back yet. It is available to me. I just haven't figured out how to get it. And this is the USS Crusader King. I know you all enjoyed the Adventures of the Mother Lover, but I'm fond of this name right now, the Crusader King. It sounds powerful. And although it didn't serve us well in EVE, we're going to try our luck in Star Trek Online, see how it goes. It is an Excelsior-class starship, the same as we left it. And it's got these nifty little things that we have available, the consoles. We have phaser weapons, we've got quantum torpedoes, we've got deflectors, we've got shields. Pretty nice. And now we meet our crew. Now our crew is entirely different from the crew of the past, so no Sonak, no Laura or Lori. Different. Meet Fear. Fear is a Katian. He is my tactical officer, and he is only available through the C-Store, or Zen Store rather. We have 5 of 7, a unique Borg officer, female bridge officer, again only available in the Zen Store. We have Forzy, who is an android, which was not available when I recorded this last. He is another engineering officer. Finally, we have Zazin. Zazin is an Anar Gen, and she's my science officer. So that's my crew right now. That's all I have. And I've got a couple waiting. I do still have, luckily enough, I managed to recover this guy. I do have a Breen, tactical officer candidate from one of the storyline missions that we did. And I actually also have a very rare human tactical officer candidate, which I don't think we're going to be doing too much. I'm going to have to get rid of one of these guys, and I think I'm going to get rid of the human one. Just because the Breen one is rare, like in-game wise. So yeah, that is the crew of the USS Crusader King, and that is basically your reintroduction into Star Trek Online. I'll try and answer whatever questions come up over the course of the game, but that's it from me. The next time I record this, we're going to go ahead and continue with where we left off in the game, which is the Federation Klingon War. But that's next time. Until then, have yourself a Happy New Year, So long, and take care.